Making a pretty huge change in my life that's gonna get me at least to a better place. Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday morning and we are having another wonderful morning, getting ready to go to work. Allison is in the bathroom right now, getting ready to go. But first we're gonna stop at Starbucks, get some breakfast, kind of treat ourselves. Also, the holiday drinks are just so good. How you feeling about that holiday drink life?
Very good.
Very, very good?
Yeah. It's delicious.
What are you gonna get?
Probably a gingerbread latte. It's my favorite.
Good choice. Today's moving at approximately the speed of smell. Made some decisions today that I think you guys are going to be excited about. But after work. See you in a sec. What's up, guys? We are out of work and heading home. Today was an interesting Tuesday, to say the least. Both Allison and I individually had meetings all day. Yeah. Like, no time to actually do any work, which is exciting because then we get to get out of work and talk to all you guys. I'm trying to do a healthy thing today. Get salads for dinner. You going with whoa, can't talk. Are you going with the usual?
Yeah.
All of your spring mix and such. This is eerie. We're out here after work and there's like no lines.
I know.
There's no one.
It's weird.
It is weird. I'm like nervous. Is there like something we don't know? No lines. Normally they're like all the way back into the whole store. It's crazy. Guys, check it out. Check it out. Look what came in the mail. If you can't tell, these are our Christmas cards. So all of you who shared our videos and tagged us and did all that stuff, your Christmas cards are coming to you very, very soon. So be on the lookout for those. All right, so I mentioned a minute ago that I had an announcement for you guys. And I plan to pay up on that right away, right at the beginning of the vlog here. And that is that I had somewhat of an epiphany. I had somewhat of a thought that I had. If you guys know me well enough from the vlog already, you know that I do my most like intent thinking and brain power work actually while I'm busy doing something else. So whether that is like something fairly complex or anything like that, that's when I get my most thinking done. So at work today, I got thinking about a lot of things and like, what makes me happy? Like, what type of things do I enjoy? And a lot of things came to mind. Obviously, YouTube was one of those. Something else that came to mind is I used to actually enjoy working out. I used to enjoy fitness and being in good shape and things like that. And to be honest, like, I've had a bit of prioritization since even beginning this vlog. If you look at like the earliest days of the vlog, in particular my motivation video, so if you didn't see that, I'll link it up in the corner or put it in the description below, but I was talking about like fitness related motivation and eating right and meal prepping and all of that stuff, and I've sort of gotten away from that just because life has happened. But with that, I have a bit of an announcement, and that is that we are getting back onto not necessarily meal prepping, but a style of eating, and I don't want to call it dieting, it's just a lifestyle change that used to work for me really, really well. And I'll disclaim it right now, I actually have not told Allison about this yet, and she's sitting on the other side of the room very intently listening to what I'm about to say, so that's kind of funny.
Very scared of my bagels and pie.
But she said she's very scared for her bagels and pie, which is true, because you should be. So she'll be rolling solo with her bagels and pie, because something that I used to do when Allison and I first met, actually, a long time ago, was I was an avid believer in the paleo diet. And say what you will, some of you can judge me, some of you can be like, oh, it's a fad or it's whatever. The only thing I'll have to say about that is this. Do you see that guy? That guy right there? He is not this guy right now. That guy was paleo. We're gonna meet that guy again. Now granted, I was doing a ton of working out and fitness and things like that, and we're gonna get back there. But it all starts with changing our portion sizes, it changes with our diet, and that is, like, in my opinion, the easiest win. You know, being able to work up to running 10 miles at a time like I was doing back then was definitely an acquired taste, but it's just not, I would die right now. So what's gonna help me do this, besides my wife, obviously? The biggest thing that helped me when I first got started is this book right here. So it's called Paleo for Beginners, Essentials to Get Started. And in here, there are all of, like, the foods that you can eat. There is a 7-day, like, beginner plan that, like, eases you into it, if you will. And there's like 100 different recipes in here. There's a lot of stuff, pretty much with anything in my life. I'm sort of a purist, so some people will be like, oh, well, you can eat coca as part of paleo. No, you're stretching it. So obviously the whole idea is that you're supposed to basically just not eat anything processed, no added sugar, no dairy. A lot of, like, breads and stuff like that go away too. Now everyone's body is different. Everyone has different responses to different diets. This is in no way am I endorsing the paleo lifestyle or paleo eating or saying it's gonna work for you if you're also interested in losing weight. I'm just saying that it worked for me once upon a time. So definitely, before you make any diet changes or anything like that, like, consult your physicians, or, you know, if you have any conditions or medications, like, be sure to take that into account. But I have the luxury of not having any of those pre-existing conditions, and this made me feel good. I just didn't feel bogged down. It was just great the way I felt. And I don't know what made me think of this today. I guess I was just kind of feeling like, man, I need to up my game a little bit. I think that's actually what I was thinking. It's like, how can I take the vlog to the next level? How can I take my life to the next level? And a lot of that for me has to do with, to some degree, being in control. And I feel like my weight, my diet has gotten out of control. So identifying that is step one. I encourage all of you to do that too, is identify the things that you would like to change, because literally you can't change anything unless you first identify that there is something that you want to change. So for me, that is eating, and we're using this thing. I'll put a link in the description below if you are interested in this book of anything. If some of you are foodies or things like that, there's just some really healthy recipes in here. So if you're interested, I think it was really cheap. I don't remember exactly how much it was, but there's also a lot of information on this particular diet in here, and, like, the science and why behind, which is why I really loved this book. So I'll put that down there just in case you guys are interested. But that's the big announcement, guys. No, we're not pregnant. No, we're not doing anything crazy. Just making a pretty huge change in my life that's gonna get me, at least, to a better place. What do you think?
I like it. I'm gonna do dinners with you. I need to cut down a little bit on my carbs, but not so much, because I really like to run and I don't wanna get myself too depleted of carbs where, like, I don't feel I can't run. So yeah, I'm gonna do the dinners with you.
You make a good point though, like, carbohydrates are energy, right? So, like, the biggest thing with, like, paleo is, like, protein and fats and things like that, things that are good for you. But for me and, like, my body type, it responds the best with having, like, lower amounts of carbohydrates, and I just feel better. I don't feel like meh. So everybody's different. She's living proof. I mean, clearly, look, you're like a string bean. I'm not a string bean. So basically, be on the lookout for awesome recipes foods, things like that coming. I normally go pretty crazy. As you guys know, I like to cook, and cooking with like meats and things like that is kind of my specialty, right? Mm-hmm. I'm sort of a grill master. It's something I take great pride in. Yeah, we'll be having lots of meats and things like that in the future. If you're vegan or, you know, just vegetarian or something like that, don't worry, you'll be represented too.
I'll also look for like recipes for my food blogs. I follow a lot of food blogs, food vlogs. Food vlogs, yeah. Food vlogs. So if we get tired of like the book, then I can come up with one of mine. Because I follow some that are like vegan and like random stuff. Healthy.
See, you're doing really well.
I know. Well, I have my salad. And then
salad and pizza rolls?
Baby steps.
It's an easing process.
You gotta ease yourself.
You gotta ease in with just a little bit of pizza rolls. So I figured, what better way than starting this process with reading my book. And one of the things that it says to do that I actually did before, and like this could be dieting or anything, like this is just life advice right now. You wanna set goals for yourself, and honestly, you wanna write them down. Like don't just make them nebulous or you'll forget about them, right? Like write it down, like I want to do this. This is where I want to be, you know, and like some stage. Maybe it's like I want to take the stairs instead of the elevator, or I want to, you know, go 2 weeks without a single cheat meal, which is what my first goal is gonna be. So with that, set up a reward system that says, okay, like when I hit this mark, like so each goal has a reward tied to it. So you could have a corresponding appropriate goal, so a bigger goal gets a bigger reward, right? So kind of like when our channel gets to 1,000 subscribers, I get a drone. So like, you know, make them smart goals, like make them obtainable. Don't overdo it, right? Because if you never reach any of your goals, you know, you're gonna get discouraged. So I'm not saying to make them all low-hanging fruit, but definitely give yourself an opportunity to be rewarded, right? So start small, work your way up. I'll be definitely doing that. But I just wanted to share that because that is like the biggest thing that I can say about this, and especially in the diet. Now I'm just gonna talk about this like food lifestyle, but you know, before you start, don't feel bad about being like, I wanna have my last cheeseburger, or I wanna have my last whatever. Like, don't feel bad about that, do that. But if you're gonna do that, be committed to whatever you're gonna do. For me, my biggest temptation is not necessarily something difficult to wrap my brain around, but like, I just, if that candy or if that chocolate or whatever is like sitting there, like it's a good chance that I'm gonna eat it. So if it's just not there and I need to like clean out the cabinet, then so be it. Or maybe have a portion of the pantry that's like just Allison. Like she's the only one that can go in there and get whatever, so she can have all of her stuff, but I'm just like not allowed to go in there and like get that stuff. Like I have to tell myself that. The other thing with me that is the biggest thing that makes the biggest difference is portion size. Like if I don't have a portioned off, or like I even bought a little digital scale, if you guys remember that from when I was meal prepping, that's the only way I can control my portions to the way I should be eating, because I like to call it, I'm an objective eater, which means like if it's in front of me, like whatever the amount that's in front of me, like I more times than not am gonna eat all of that, just because like the objective is to eat, and I see this, so like I need to eat all that. Like my brain just doesn't like turn off. It doesn't help that I like eat very fast naturally anyway, so like my body can't like catch up. Totally different problem. I'm sure some of you have it as well. Set goals for yourself, make them realistic, ease into something if you're gonna do something like this. Hey, if any of you wanna, you know, make a change with me, whether it's with dieting or exercise, or you want to study more, or you want to spend more time with your family, like whatever you want to do, comment in the comment section below. Let me know. Let's do this together and we can encourage each other to like get better. I started this a long time ago, like let's do this together, and honestly I kind of fell off the wagon. If you guys see me cheating, I want you to call me out. I want you to call me out in the comment section and be like, River, remember this time, this one video, I'll link you here, like, watch your own video, don't cheat. Do that to me. I will appreciate that. Allison and I have kind of just been hanging out. We had some dinner. We have been chatting about the future and kind of just stuff that we want to have and do. We have a cat friend.
Cat friend. Oh.
Ooh. That was, she didn't like that very much apparently. She's such a sweet girl all the time too. I don't know, I was just thinking about checking in with you guys and just telling you all about our chats and things like that because it's good. I like chatting with my wife and we talk about our future and we talk about the things that motivate us and things that we want to do. And you're my partner in crime.
You're not supposed to say crime. Now they're gonna suspect.
Don't suspect. But yeah, we just kind of been watching TV and just hanging out. It's just been a good night where we're just kind of relaxing, not doing too much. I built the sticky wall again. Well, I'll show you. Sticky wall. Which, you know, when we build the sticky note wall, that means that we have a lot of stuff that we need to do. Generally, if we just have a few things to do, we don't do the sticky note wall, but the list is building up again. For some reason, I don't get over looking at our Christmas tree. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of cute, like, ornaments. There's, like, got these little, like, snowman guys. We've got these, like, little squirrel things. Where did we get those again? Where did the squirrel things come from?
What squirrels?
They have like our initials on them.
That's from Tammy.
Oh, from our friend Tammy, that's right. My mom's like really good friend got them for us. And there's these little monkeys that say, little sock monkeys, the A and the R. Little nutcracker guys. Allison actually has 1.5 million of these little like cat ornaments. This is the one that she actually got this year. And it's kind of a tradition from her aunt. Gives her these little, like, once a year. How many do we decide you have? Like 15? So at least like 15 years worth?
At least.
Yeah.
Really more.
There's so many. They're all over. But we have so many cute ornaments. I love it. Alright guys, it's time to end the vlog. Thanks so much for sticking with us. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. We'd really appreciate it. It helps out our channel. Be sure to subscribe if you are brand new. And be sure to stick around for all of our future vlogs. We love and appreciate all of you guys so much. Thank you for all of your support. We love you. But we will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.